What's up, Keep Pounding crew? We're back today with another video. Keep pounding. Today's subject is the Panthers get absolutely dominated by the Buffalo Bills. If you like the video, if you like the channel, if you like the streams, if you like everything that we're doing here, hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that bell, select all, leave a comment down below if you feel like doing so. And don't forget to check out the Facebook page, Keep Pounding in all caps, for in-game posts, polls, opinions, and reactions to NFL news. Let's get into it. So, we get absolutely dominated by the Buffalo Bills. What a surprise, right? Not really. This game went exactly how I expected it to. I predicted a long time ago, earlier on this season, that we would actually end up with a sack by Effie Obata on our quarterback. I didn't say which quarterback. I said a sack. And I was right. Check. Terrible offensive line play. Check. Terrible coverage. Check. Lazy run defense. That is undisciplined. Yet again. Check. Turnovers. We got lucky. Penalties. Check. All of those boxes are a recipe for a loss. And this team continues the downslide to a better draft pick. So, honestly, I'm not even mad at this game. At this point, I've given up on this season. I just want a top 5 draft pick. Which means we're probably going to lose out to the Bucs both times. And we need to lose to the Saints. Which means don't screw this up. We got one shot at a top 5 pick. Don't ruin it, management. I'm telling you. Don't do it. If we lose out on Evan Neal, that'll be the second year we lose out on a tackle that we could use to fix this line. A possible Pro Bowler that could fix this line. If we can't get Neal, we end up dropping and trading back. Do you really want that to happen? Or do you want to get Neal? Choice is yours. Now, I'm going to start with each position and grade it A to F because that's what we do here on this channel. If you are new here, thank you and welcome. Alright, quarterback. I got to throw that down to a B minus. I'd argue a C plus. Man, here's where this goes wrong. You got to put the blame on Cam Newton where the blame on Cam Newton belongs, but you also got to put the blame on the offensive line where the offensive line belongs. So, here's how I see this working out, blame-wise. It's going to be 60-40 offensive line on this one. Now, here's why. Here's why I say the 40%. Cam Newton threw some bad passes when he had time. One of them in particular went to, a former Panthers teammate, A.J. Klein. And you thought this man wasn't going to scope out one of your passes? Come on, man. Come on, dog. You should know better to use 14 and 15 plays against A.J. Klein. He's going to scope those out and snuff them out in 5 seconds. He's already seen these plays. 100 times. Because he's practiced against them back in 14 and 15. Why would you run those? A.J. Klein's a smart man. He may not be a starter right now for the Buffalo Bills, but he's a very, very smart man. Okay? Don't try to outsmart him. It never ends well. That being said, we had trouble running when he was on the field because it's A.J. Klein. The guy's very good at what he does, which is run stopping. With that being said, A.J. Klein was able to log in a whopping 1 tackle in that game. But look over at the other stats. 1 interception, 1 pass deflection. Now, doesn't that sound familiar to the A.J. Klein that we used to have? Really? It doesn't? I don't know what to tell you then. You're missing it. Alright, but yeah, Cam Newton threw a couple of bad passes. He got pressured a little bit and ended up running some of those times. So that's why I wanted to go B- with that, because the runs were really, really good. It's Cam Newton running the ball, and I was particularly pleased with that. He ran for 15 attempts for 71 yards and a touchdown. That's a 4.7 average. That's as much as our running back would get. That being said, considering the fact that he was able to attempt 38 passes and only complete 18 of them, 156 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 pick, while being sacked 4 times. But here's where I got to take off a grade. He fumbled it. Don't like that. So yeah, B-. Sorry. Got to be fair here. Got to be reasonable. I know all the Cam Newton fans out there are going to go completely bananas over that one. And I don't care. It's end of the season. Just stop. Think about what you're doing. Alright, running back. Chuba Hubbard, 8 carries for 40 yards. Not that exciting, but, it kind of got the juices flowing for the running backs. Abdullah, 4 carries for 7. But, again, not too exciting. Cam Newton, with the 15 attempts, was our leading rusher today, so... total, if you don't count Cam Newton, we're looking at 80 rushing yards total. That being said, that's not enough. That's not even near enough. That's why I gave it a B, instead of a higher grade than that. Wide receiver B. I saw some wide receivers running the wrong routes, But otherwise, I think we're doing okay. No real cause for concern at wide receiver at the moment. But here's the problem. 6 catches for 11 targets. DJ Moore at number 1 wide receiver. Abdullah was our second best wide receiver of the day. 4 catches for 4 targets, 48 yards, and a touchdown. When a man that's not even a wide receiver gets our only touchdown, it's time to check the board and reset on our playbook. But Robbie Anderson, our second best wide receiver, 3 catches for 8 targets, 29 yards. That's all he was able to get today. That's spectacular. Zylstra, Trimble, Ian Thomas, Snead, Ritchie, Terrace Marshall, all underperformed today. So, but I mean, you're dealing with a very vicious Bills defense. The best in the league, as a matter of fact. Headlined by 6 former Carolina Panthers. 5, I should say. Correction on that. 5. And they all made a difference in this game against us. Be careful who you cut. Be careful who you trade away. They will come back to kick us in the rear. Every single time. And I can't say that enough times, management. I hope you're listening. So, tight end B. Tremble made a difference, but not enough of a difference. Ian Thomas was blocking, on a lot of these plays, and Trimble was as well. So, it's just kind of, you got to take all that into consideration. And these guys kind of didn't really make a huge impact today. So, B. O-line, C+. We're back to the horrible antics of not being disciplined with our hands and letting the defenders deflect balls at the defensive line. We're back to, yet again, dumb penalties. Come on, guys. Come on. And another thing I noticed was that these offensive linemen backed up about 3 yards deep behind the line of scrimmage before they engaged the defenders. This means a very much smaller pocket for Cam Newton to work with, or any quarterback that we have. That's proper. Now, a proper offensive lineman with enough strength would be able to engage the defender at the line of scrimmage at least. 2, engage the hands and make sure that they don't get busy knocking the ball down. And 3, you don't want this guy getting past you at all. So don't let go of your block. Like a certain offensive lineman that I am very, very unhappy with right now. Can you guess who that might be? If you can't, you're clearly not paying attention to Mr. Miller. Because that game really displayed how bad his blocking skills really are. I want to know who's coaching these guys. I want to know who's trying to help these guys learn proper techniques, foot and hands, and everything that they're doing. I want to know how we're going to fix this. These are players that have been in the league for a number of years. It's not complicated. Get to work on it. Defensive end, B+. I felt like the pass rush was there and very much alive today. We played well on defense in the first quarter. I was very pleased with that. Granted, the fact that we did not have a kicker, that played into the fact that all of the pressure was on the offense. The defense was on the field a little too long, and guess what? We ended up going for it on fourth down a lot of those times. And it was about 5 attempts. We only got one of those. So, not a surprise, when we can't make it on second or third down, we end up trying to run the ball on fourth down or some garbage pass. So, defensively, this put pressure on them to try to keep getting the job done, to keep that pass rush going for 4 whole quarters, and it was rough. It was rough trying to get that to happen, and I salute these pass rushers, Morgan Fox especially, because that could not have been easy. This is a very, very challenging Bills team. So, my respect to everybody that really played their heart out today and really tried and put the energy in. We knew what the result was going to be, but you guys came out and played hard anyway. And that's what I want from everybody on this team. Not just a dozen of you, all of you. Come out and play your hardest. Even if you don't win, you don't win. Against a tougher team that's better than you. But at least make a genuine effort out there. And there were a few players that I really felt took the day off and just did not care. And those players know who they are. I shouldn't have to say them on a video. You know who you are. Step it up. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm saying that out of love. Not saying that out of anger. Not saying that out of rage. Just saying, step it up. You're better than this. I love you and I want the best for you out there. You are my players. This is my team. Carolina Panthers. This is your team as well. The Carolina Panthers. I want the best out of these players that they can possibly give each week. If it's not enough, it's not enough. But at least show me something, Show me some effort. Show me some love. Show me a reason to cheer for you and support you and want you back on this team in 2022. So, that being said, I felt like the pass rushers did that. Very much so. I'm very happy with Brian Burns this year. I'm very happy with Morgan Fox. I like Gross Matos as well. Great job, guys. Keep up the good work. Defensive tackle, B-. Now, here's the problem, man. We let these guys run draw play after draw play after draw play on us, and eventually those numbers add up. And this has been happening for a few games now. New England kind of exposed it a little bit, but we all knew it was there. All right. Singletary got 22 attempts for 86 yards and a touchdown on us. We gave up a total of 119 yards rushing and a touchdown in that game. We got to step this up. And that includes Allen, who is not only just a pocket quarterback, but also a rushing quarterback as well. So not only did he throw 19 for 34, which our coverage was pretty good, to hold him to 210, and 3 touchdowns. That's the problem, is the 3 touchdowns. We got 4 sacks on him, but they got 4 sacks on us. I saw a lot of penalties on their offensive line, which means they're having some trouble too with that issue. So, that being said, Long story short, we took advantage of their offensive line problems too. It counterbalanced. I don't like the 3 touchdowns, though. That's where we got a problem. And we'll get to that. But not yet. Right now, I want to focus on that rushing D, which they claim is in the top 5 of rushing defense in the league. Wrong. If you follow the stats, if you follow the games at all, if you watch the games, that does not look like a top 5 rushing defense. I'm sorry. I don't know where you're getting your rankings from, but they are wrong. Not even a top 10, not even a top 15 rushing defense right there is what I saw. No, top 20 maybe. We got to step that up. I saw some moments where we stuffed them at the line. That's why I say top 20. I need to see 4 whole quarters of consistent run defense. And I mean stuff after stuff after stuff. You know, if you let them get loose and get 3 or 4 yards, not a big deal. You know what I mean? But I need consistency. Show me consistency. I'm not seeing it from the defensive tackles, and I'm sure as heck not seeing it from the linebackers today. Shaq and Carter were not existing in that game at all. They were taken completely out of those plays. And I was very frustrated with that. Step it up. Now, Shaq, I don't know that he can really do that much about that. He's been taken out of a lot of plays, and Dallas figured out how to do it back in week 4. But the reason I said step it up for Shaq is the coverage issues. And you know what I'm talking about. If you've been watching these games, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Get your butt in gear and fix that. This is not a new issue. It's been going on since we drafted you, bro. And all of a sudden, now it's an issue again. Conveniently, now that you stop giving your 2 cents and caring about whether we succeed, coverage-wise, or the fact that you are being taken out of plays, one of the 2 things is happening here. I'm betting on the second one right now. I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. Show me that I'm right. Earn my respect again. Corners, C+. Gilmore, Henderson, keep getting roasted. And I'm getting mad at this because these guys are better than this, and we all know they're better than this. Stop letting these guys take advantage of you. And y'all know what I mean when I say take advantage of you, right? I mean, Gilmore, for example, Gilmore gave our guy, Stephon Diggs, way too much respect. And we're talking like 3-4 yards down the field kind of respect. Now, 2 to 3 yards, I can kind of see, because it's Diggs. But at the same time, you're giving this guy freedom to cut, to spin, to do whatever he wants to do once he catches this ball before you make your tackle. That ain't good. No, that's not good. Step up. Don't let these guys bully you. Now, we allowed Davis to get 85 yards on us and 2 touchdowns. Not good. We allowed Stephon Diggs to get 4 catches, 35 yards, and a touchdown on us. Not good. That's the corners right there. Oh, and might I add, Melvin White was one of the problems. What did I tell y'all about Melvin White? I told y'all not to put him back in, right? You did it anyway, and look what happened. You never learn. Management, you never learn. Don't put this man back in. He's going to cost you points. All right, moving on to free safety, B plus. I felt like Jeremy Chin was pretty much everywhere. He was getting the job done. I'd be convinced to go A minus on that, except for the fact that we had some tackling issues on draw plays and stuff like that. But Chin did clean up a good chunk of those, so maybe A minus, maybe. All right, strong safety. Burris kind of wasn't there. Let's be honest. Burris wasn't really there. He just quietly got his tackles, and that was it. I'm kind of expecting a little bit more there. Maybe some run stopping, maybe close off some of these gaps. I mean, who knows, right? But I feel like he got taken out of a lot of these plays. So we'll see. I don't want to throw him under the bus, but I also don't want to give him undue credit too, So, it's Burris. It's better than Sean Chandler by a mile and a half. So I'll take it. That's why I'm giving this man a B. Special teams, B. We did the best we could, without the kicker. Here's where I'm taking off the points. Coverage on punt returns and kickoff returns. See, you didn't expect me to take off points for that, did you? Oh, well, let's talk about how many yards these guys have gotten on us on kickoff returns alone. 49 yards total on kickoff returns. Add on punt return yardage, which was 31. You see where this is a problem? That's a lot of yardage. We got to get that fixed. When my man Sean Chandler, who I've been trashing every single week that this man has been playing defense, is the one that got the tackle, wow. Wow. That's as bad as the punter or the kicker tackling you. That's how embarrassing that is. That's how many missed tackles we had on those. Not cool. Fix it. Coaching, C+. You already know why. We have no offense. Again. Matt Rule's timeout usage, not the greatest in the world. And I got kind of annoyed by it, to be quite frank with you. It wasn't what I was looking for. So yeah, C+. And also coaching has a lot to do with who you put into. And I didn't like the fact that Melvin White was in. So, do what you do. Tackling. C+. We got to work on tackling. I'd be convinced to go to B- on that because I saw some tackles that I was happy with open field wise. So there's that. Effort. B. We didn't really try that hard for this game. Honestly, I was happy with Sean Chandler. I will say this. With the one play on the outside where he made sure that the wide receiver could not catch this ball in bounds, but he did catch it. So, great play, Chandler. Very happy with you there. And I'm also very happy with the fact that he was the one that managed to save a touchdown on the kickoff return. So, finally, this man's doing something positive out here. So, I think we found a niche for him. I think we did find our niche with this guy. Maybe. I don't want to speak too soon. But maybe. We'll see. I mean, for the amount we're paying him, you might as well do something on special teams. But, this game is what it was. It's the Bills. We all knew we were going to get slaughtered. We all knew this was going to be domination. So, take it in stride. Take it for what it is. And hopefully, next year, maybe we have a shot. Who knows? But right now, we're playing for picks, and that's the way things are. That being said, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the streams and the videos as well. If you did, hit that like button, hit that follow button, hit that sub button. Helps out a lot. Share it with your friends. And be sure to subscribe for more content here on the channel. Have a good one, guys. Merry Christmas. If I don't see you guys before Christmas. Keep pounding.